Hello friends, welcome all of you. In previous video we discussed some points of this topic, that is hydrostatic paradox, Pascal's law and its applications. So today we discuss the new points of this topic. So let's start today's lecture. First we see today's points of discussion. The contents of this today's lecture is: first point we discuss is measurement of pressure. Second point of discussion is mercury barometer. And today's third point of discussion, it is the open tube manometer. So these are the 3 points today we discuss in this lecture: measurement of pressure, mercury barometer and open tube manometer. So let's start with the first point. First point is the measurements of pressure. Instruments used to measure the pressure are called as pressure meters, or it can also be called as pressure gauges or vacuum gauges. There are 2 commonly used instruments. These are: first one it is the mercury barometer and second one it is the open tube manometer. These are the most commonly used instruments. So let's see the first instrument. First one it is the mercury barometer. Before we see this, let's see first what is meant by barometer. Barometer is an instrument that measures atmospheric pressure. It is called as the barometer. It is discovered by Italian scientists, and the name of the scientist, it is the Torricelli. Remember, mercury barometer, it is first discovered by Italian scientist. Name it is the Torricelli. Construction, it consists of: the barometer is in the form of a glass tube completely filled with mercury and placed upside down in small dish containing the mercury. So this one is the basic construction of the mercury barometer. Let's see the original or real barometer. Looks like in this way. See the second image. This one is the actual mercury barometer having completely 1 meter of this length. This one is the original barometer. Let's see practical purpose. See the first figure. Glass tube 1 meter length having contained mercury. A glass tube of 1 meter length and diameter of about 1 centimeter is filled with mercury up to its brim, that means its neck. Glass tube 1 meter length filled with mercury and diameter is about the 1 centimeter. Then it is quickly inverted into a small dish containing the mercury. Looks like this. See the second figure. See this figure carefully. When we inverted the glass tube in this dish, a gap is created between surface of mercury. See in the figure, gap is created between surface of mercury in the glass tube and closed end of the tube. This gap, it is called as the Torricelli's vacuum. So gap does not contain any air, it contains some mercury vapors. This gap, it is known as the Torricelli's vacuum. So we calculate the pressure at different points in this mercury barometer. See this figure carefully. It consists of 3 points. Point A inside this tube at uppermost, point B inside the tube, and point C is at the free surface of this mercury. Let's see. At point A, the pressure at upper end of the mercury column inside the tube, it is the 0. See in the figure, point A, upper end of the mercury column and inside the tube. So pressure at point A is equals to 0. That means P of A is equals to 0. Let's see at point C, the pressure at C is equal to its atmospheric pressure because it is open to the atmosphere. That means pressure at point C is equals to the atmospheric pressure. See in the figure, as the points B and the point C are at the same horizontal level, the pressure at point B is equal to pressure at point C, that means the atmospheric pressure. So PB is equals to PC, that means PB is equals to atmospheric pressure, that is PB is equals to P0. Suppose the point B, see in the figure, suppose the point B is at depth H below the point A and rho is the density of the mercury. As we know that PB is equals to PA plus H rho into the G, that means the gauge pressure. As we know that pressure at upper point, that means at point A it is the 0, and pressure at point B, that means PB is equals to PC is equals to atmospheric pressure, that is PB is equals to P0, that means atmospheric pressure. So putting the values in this equation, we get P0 is equals to PB is equals to P0, that means P0 is equals to 0 plus H rho into the G. So we get the final equation, that means atmospheric pressure P0 is equals to H rho into the small g. This one is the mercury barometer. So let's see the next instrument. It is the open tube manometer. A manometer consists of U-shaped tube partly filled with a low density liquid such as water or kerosene. Remember, here we use the low density liquid which is such as the water or kerosene because this helps in having a larger difference between the level of the liquid in the two arms of the manometer. So this one is the open tube manometer. Let's see, the original manometer looks like this. This one is the U shape, contain two arms. Again, see one image clearly. It seems U type shape of the tube and pressure difference clearly seen in this image. Let's see the next image for your clarity. See here also U shape and pressure difference, it is clearly seen in this image. So for practical purpose, let's see this diagram. One arm of manometer is open. See in the figure, one arm of the manometer is open to the atmosphere and the other it is connected to the container capital D, of which pressure P is to be measured. So the pressure at point A, as we know that it is the atmospheric pressure, that means P0. To find the pressure at point C, let's see in the figure, the pressure at point C, the C point it is inside this manometer. So consider a point B is in the open arm of the manometer at the same level at point C. B and C, these points are same level in the manometer tube. So pressure at point C is equals to pressure at point B. As we know that PB is equals to, in the last slide, PB is equals to PA plus H rho G. As PA is equals to atmospheric pressure, that means pressure at point A is equals to P0. Putting the value in the equation, we get PB is equals to P0 plus H rho into the small g, where rho it is the density of the given liquid, H is the height of the liquid column above the point B, and small g it is the acceleration due to gravity. According to the Pascal's principle, as we know that Pascal law is the pressure applied at any point of an enclosed fluid is transmitted equally to every point of the fluid. That means pressure at point C is equals to pressure at point D. See in the figure, PC is equals to the PD. So P is equals to PC, that means PC, as B and C are at the same level, that means pressure at point B is equals to pressure at point C. So putting the value in the equation in the same manner, we get equation Pb is equals to P0 plus H rho into the G. From this we can write as Pb is equals to Pc and Pc is equals to simply P. We get the equation P is equals to P0 plus H rho into the small g. As the manometer measures the gauge pressure, means difference in the pressure. So gauge pressure in the container D as P minus P0 is equals to H rho into the small g. This one is the open tube manometer. From this again we recall it as mercury barometer measures the atmospheric pressure. Remember, mercury barometer measures atmospheric pressure having the equation P0 equals to H rho into the G, and open tube manometer measures the gauge pressure having the value or the formula P minus P0 is equals to H rho into the small g. Don't confuse. Mercury barometer measures atmospheric pressure having the formula P0 is equals to H rho into the small g, and open tube manometer measures the gauge pressure, that is difference in the pressure, having the formula P minus P0 is equals to H rho into the small g. So these are the two instruments we have seen. So let's see one example of this. Mercury manometers are often used to measure arterial blood pressure. The typical blood pressure of a young adult rises the mercury to a height of 120 mm at a systolic and 80 mm at diastolic. Express these values in Pascal and bar. Given quantities are density of mercury, it is given as 13600 kilogram per meter cube, and 1 millibar is equals to 100 Pascal. So this one is the example. Let's see the given data first. Pressure maximum, that means Pmax is equals to P systolic is equals to 120 millimeter of mercury, and pressure at minimum points, that means P minimum is equals to P diastolic, given it as 80 millimeter of the mercury. Density given it is the 13600 kilogram per meter cube. Acceleration due to gravity having the value 9.8 meter per second square, and one more quantity it is given is 1 millibar is equals to 100 Pascal. So we have to find out the pressure, and we know that the formula of the pressure, it is the P is equals to H rho into the small g. So let's solve this problem. Given quantities. Solution, first we have to write the formula P is equals to H rho into the G. So P for the maximum systolic having the values 120 millimeter, that means 0.120 into the 13600 converted into the 1.36 into 10 raised to 4 into the G having the value, it is the 9.8. So multiplication simple here, we have to get the values 1.6 into 10 raised to 4 Pascal, or simply 16 kilopascal. Converted this form into the bar, as we have given 1 millibar is equals to 100 Pascal, that means 1600 millibar is equals to 1.5 bar. This is the maximum pressure, that means pre-systolic. Second one is the diastolic, that means same formula here we use P diastolic, it is equals to 0.08 into 1.36 into 10 raised to 4 into the 9.8. Again multiplying this term, we have to get 1.066 into 10 raised to 4 Pascal, that means 10.66 kilopascal, converted into the bar, that means 1600 millibar is equals to 1.5 simply bar. So this one is the problem given in the textbook. So let's see today's highlight point, which is very important for your various entrance exams. The first highlight points of today's lecture, it is the atmospheric pressure is expressed as the length of the mercury column in a mercury barometer. And second highlight point is the P atmosphere is equals to, that means pressure at atmosphere is equals to 76 centimeter of mercury is equals to 760 millimeter of the mercury. So these are the two highlight points of the today's lecture. Here we see mercury barometer and the open tube manometer. So today we will stop here. In the next lecture we see the another interesting points of this topic.